accomplishment that it did. From the achievements of ISRO and India creating history as Mangalyaan successfully entered Mars orbit in the very first attempt, to India launching space mission to study black holes. There have been unending list that ISRO have achieved over the years, but what factor has been behind such success? Is this success the part of one day? Is it a result of 1 year, or it is a result of post independence period? So what has led ISRO towards this success? The answer is our legacy. The ancient legacy that our ancient astronomers have paved have resulted in ISRO building up the revolutionary changes that it is doing right now. From the various books that were written by our ancient astronomers like Saurya Siddhanta, to the examples of very sophisticated architectural features that we find. For example, I'll here quote one example of Konark Temple. The chariot of Konark Temple have 12 wheels representing 12 months of a year, and each wheel have 8 spokes that represent 8 pairs of a particular day. So this is what mathematical measurement and sophistication is reflected in the architecture as well, if we talk about the legacy that has been woven in the ancient past. Furthermore, if we see, then there were very simplistic tools that were used by our ancient astronomers. But this is what a revolutionary is, because with this simplicity, they took us towards a revolutionary and a renaissance sense, whereby they established some of the very sophisticated methods of calculating whether it be the constellations, positions of stars, the time of the day, etc. Before starting the topic, there are a lot of questions that revolve in front of us when we try to connect tradition and technology. The first question is that, is there any intricate interplay between tradition and technology? The answer is yes. Traditional astronomical practices that were developed in ancient India have truly fascinated modern astronomy. The precise calculations and observations that were recorded by ancient astronomers have influenced contemporary space science. यहाँ पर अगर हम एक एग्जाम्पल लें आर्यभट्ट का, तो Aryabhat gave concepts like a rotation of Earth on its axis, assessing the sign functions and its usage in astronomy. And he was able to successfully calculate the average length of a tropical year being 365.2586805 days. That is almost equivalent to the modern standards. तो यहाँ पर हमें पता चलता है कि हाउ ट्रेडिशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी आर वेरी मच इंटरकनेक्टेड विथ ईच अदर. द ओनली डिफरेंस दैट इज क्रिएटेड इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ परसेप्शन एंड इंटरप्रेटिंग द सोर्सेस. द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज, can Indian knowledge system help us in modern dynamism? Again, the answer is yes. Books like Saurya Siddhanta and the researches done by ancient astronomers like Aryabhatta, Varahamihir, Bhaskara too, etc., shows some of the sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics, timekeeping, planetary motions, etc. And it is with this that if we interconnect this modern technology along with our ancient astronomical tools, we will be having a renaissance of space exploration. The third question is that, are we still following the colonial interpretation? Partially and sadly, yes. Initially, when the Western historians gave interpretations about Indian history, they marked that although the understanding of astronomy by the ancient astronomers was sophisticated, however, they have marked it under the label being mystical or primitive. However, modern researches recently done by our Indian historians and Indian astronomers have challenged this notion, and they mark that much of the discovery that was done by the Western astronomers was predated by Indian scholars. The fourth question is how modern developments are being done over the ancient foundations. Before that, if we talk about the colonial interpretations, there are two major articles that come in front of us. The first one is that Dr. S. Somanath, the chairman of ISRO, marked that much of the principles of science originated in Vedas itself, and they traveled to the West with the help of Arabs from India. Furthermore, he marks that as a rocket scientist, he's very much influenced by books like Saurya Siddhanta because it talks about planetary motions, the positions of planets, etc. And Sanskrit is a language that connects science, technology with other disciplines like medicine, structure of grammar, shastra, metallurgy, etc. The last question that we were talking about, that how modern developments can be done over ancient foundations, and this can be understood with the example that ISRO is doing much of its researches with the help of the technologies that were developed by our ancient astronomers. This can be understood with this article of the Times of India, where Indian Council for Historical Research is tying up with ISRO so as to trace the legacy of science and technology. और ये जो दोनों organizations हैं, they are together trying to find out that whether India was a Vishwaguru in its ancient past or not. Furthermore, Raghuvendra Tanwar, the chairperson of ICHR, have marked that there is a lot of scientific temperament and technological development that have occurred in India throughout the ages. It is an evolutionary process, it is a cyclic process, and it is not only segregated in the rigid fields of science and technology, rather, it has developed in different disciplines like maths, geography, astronomy, astrology, etc. So this is what the article talks about, that how modern development is strongly interconnected with the ancient past. So let's explore the past first. Much of us who are sitting here think that the Indian classics or Indian traditional books that were written always talks about stories and magic, etc. However, those Indian classics also talks about various theories that can be interpreted. For example, it gives the notion of seven celestial bodies, including Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, along with the two evil ones that were Rahu and Ketu, which are responsible for solar eclipse. तो अगर हम देखें तो the concept of solar eclipse has been introduced much centuries earlier, a thing that is known to humanity few centuries back for this generation. Furthermore, uh, Khagol Shastra is a term that is mentioned in the Vedas, whereby Khagola means cosmos and Shastra means science. So the science of cosmos has been mentioned in the Vedas very back. If we see such example, then the words of Rigveda marks that there are the fellies are 12, which denotes the 12 months. The wheel is 1, that denotes 1 year. 3 are the axles, that denotes the double seasons of hot, cold, and wet, within which all are connected to the 360 spokes, that are the 360 days, which are movable and immovable. Movable because this is a phenomena that occurs in a cyclic process, and it is continuously occurring. However, as it is continuously occurring, it is a phenomena that is never changing and hence immovable. Furthermore, the second evidence is from Surya Siddhanta, chapter 12, verse 53, that tries to calculate the circumference of Earth, which marks that the circumference of Earth is around 86,000 yojanas. If we see, then if one yojana is equal to 0.4 kilometers, then it comes around 40,000 kilometers, which is somewhat equivalent to the modern standards of 40,075 kilometers being the circumference of Earth. The third example is something very famous from Hanuman Chalisa, जुग सहस्त्र जोजन पर भानु ली लियो ताहि मधुर फल जानू, जहां पर एक जुग 12,000 वर्ष को दर्शाता है, एक सहस्त्र हजार को, और एक जोजन या योजन 8 मील को. और जब हम इन तीनों को मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो हमें 9 करोड़ 60 लाख मील मिलता है, जो यदि अगर हम आज के मेजरमेंट स्टैंडर्ड को देखें तो हमें 98 मिलियन मील मिलता है सूर्य और पृथ्वी की दूरी. Furthermore, today is a very special day because today is World Meteorological Day. And I would like to correct myself here. Today is World Asteroid Day. And asteroid is something, a concept that was introduced in Rig Veda and Atharvaveda very back. They marks terms like Dhumaketu and Ketu that stands for comets in Sanskrit. So these are some evidence that we get from Indian classics. Furthermore, we have the examples of prominent astronomers like Aryabhatta, Varahamir, and Brahmagupta. Varahamir talked about a lot of the meteorological phenomena that occurs in space. For example, the movement of clouds, why rainfall occur, etc. And Brahmagupta talked that all the ancient astronomers have worked with very simple tools made up of wood, bamboo, etc. This simplicity shows that how our ancient astronomers were matured enough to use very simple tools and develop some of the very sophisticated theories that astonish us. Furthermore, architectural evidences from medieval times like Jantar Mantar, which is present in Delhi, Jaipur, and other places as well, reflects the precision in calculation for the time of day, the places of stars, the altitudes of celestial objects, etc. For example, the Samrat Yantra is used to measure the time of day, Jay Prakash Yantra is used to observe the position of stars, and Ram Yantra, present in Delhi, is used to measure the altitude and azimuth of celestial objects. Now let us see that what actually occurred in the post-independence period. ISRO got established in 1969, and the contributions of Vikram Sarabhai, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and Dr. Satish Dhawan is something that is known to every child of the country. Vikram Sarabhai contributed a lot, being the founder of ISRO, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the project leader in the SLV missions, and he is also known as the Missile Man of India. And Dr. Satish Dhawan contributed in launching INSAT, PSLVs, and Indian remote sensing technologies into the space. Let us see the odyssey of ISRO, how the journey of ISRO have evolved over the period of time. So when ISRO was established in 1969, NASA was the epicenter of all the developments and researches that were taking place. But ISRO started its journey from modest beginning and ended up to the lunar landings. ISRO also contributes to the country's soft power diplomacy. Often we have a perception that ISRO is only contributing to science and technology, but ISRO contributes to our daily lives. ISRO is also contributing to the international relations of the country, and that is the reason. And over a recent period of time, ISRO have given a lot of spin-offs to many companies. For example, recently an article was published in which ISRO have contributed a technology by which a artificial heart that pumps can be prepared, and ISRO have helped a private company in that. So this shows that how ISRO is building connections over the period of time. We started a journey from bicycle, launching our first satellite with the help of a bicycle, and ended up to the Mars orbit with the help of Mangalyaan. The odyssey of ISRO have seen the hits in the form of Mangalyaan and the misses, that is Chandrayaan 2. However, ISRO, although got the tags of cost efficient, as our Prime Minister hailed after Mangalyaan, that ISRO have reached Mars with just 7 rupees per kilometer. But at the same time, ISRO got the tags of drain of wealth in Bay of Bengal. For example, this can be reflected in this article of 2010, whereby it was marked that Indian rocket flopped and it crashed into the sea. So there was a lot of criticism, there was a lot of favoritism that ISRO have seen over the period of time. But what have remained as the epicenter for ISRO is development, research, and a research that is helpful for the citizens of the country. And that is the reason why much of the developments and researches that are not only taking place in the country but in many other parts of the world are diverting towards ISRO. So there have been a lot of achievements that ISRO have achieved, starting from Aryabhatta being the first satellite and launching more than 150 satellites, failing for a few times and then exploring and again getting the success. And if we see the future prospect of ISRO, then it is doing something revolutionary, sending a manned mission into the space with the help of Gaganyaan. The journey of astronomy in the country have remained very exploratory, very evolutionary, starting from simple devices, bicycles, to very mechanized form of launching missiles, and the future prospect remains unexplored as as it remains unearthed from the young minds. Let us see the what are the future prospects that can be unearthed if we will connect ancient astronomy with the present developments. The first one is tourism. So अब बहुत सारे लोग ये पूछेंगे कि how science can be connected with tourism. This can be understood with one example of the 3D visualization of Ajanta caves in National Museum in Delhi. We can be in the Ajanta caves without being physically present there with the help of virtual reality. And this is a perfect example of the combination of science and history at the same time. And if the same similar thing is done in the space technologies, if we connect the modern technology at the ancient observatories, this will not only help the people to get connected with science and technology, rather people will also develop a sense of belongingness to the ancient past. Furthermore, if researchers try to explore the extremes of the space, what is the extreme temperature in which any material can sustain in space, what is the extreme weight that is required, etc. So etc. So some materials can be developed in such a way that can be used in industries like aeronautics, electrics, etc., on the land as well, with the help of nanotechnology. Furthermore, if uh, we will be able to see what actual is the characterization and what is the characteristics of the solar radiations, we will be able to place the solar panels in such a way that can capture maximum possible radiation, and we will be having more electrical energy. Furthermore, today the world is facing a crisis of climate change. If we launch satellites that will be able to observe the climate change related things from the space, the changes that are occurring in environment, then there is something that revolutionary can occur with the help of next generation earth observation. And with the help of such data, we can formulate policies and plans accordingly. But there is something negative that is also coming with the exploration of space, with the developments in astronomy, and that is weaponization of space. Countries like China, USA have already initiated such weaponization of space, and ISRO is also furthering for its future that it will also try to launch satellites that will be help in a navigational way, in a strategic way, for the Indian arms and arsenal industries. So, is the space science is finding about the space worth? Because for a country like India, where there is finite resource, there is a lot of poverty, there is water related issues in Bangalore, there is water logging crisis in Delhi, etc. There are a lot of problems that the government can see and approach, and the government can fund and implement policies for alleviating such crisis. So why do exploration of cosmos is such a necessary task? The answer can be found from this article, that is India, space or poverty, what comes first. So, in the very beginning of this article, it is mentioned that if developing nations do not develop their modern technologies, whether it be space science, whether it be any industry, there are two alternatives left. The first one is either the country have to live without benefits, and in case of space science, we will refer to internet access, mobile telephony, satellite television, etc., or it have to depend on the mercy of third another country. Furthermore, the benefits that are that weather forecasting, GPS, detecting water bodies, minerals, etc. Further, contributing. So there is broadcast services including television, radio, satellite internet. And if we see, then if satellite internet would not have been there, we won't be able to have seen yesterday's World Cup in which India won. And furthermore, the Indian navigational system, or Indian regional navigational satellite system, that includes travel and logistics. So we won't be able to communicate properly if a satellite system is not present there for any country. Furthermore, we think that ISRO is something that is contributing in science and technology field in our daily lives, but it is also contributing in pharma and educational fields. It is giving boost to the STEM, that is science and tech educational fields also. And for disaster management, I would like to give one example. As my father have done NDRF course when I was in Orissa, my father received a call, and it was said that Orissa is going to experience a cyclone in the next 5 hours. And this this thing that Orissa is going to experience a cyclone in the next 5 hours was found out with the help of a satellite itself. So a single satellite, the data collected from a single satellite saved hundreds, I would say thousands of lives that day. But at the same time, we must question ourselves that when Delhi is facing waterlogging crisis, Delhi being a populated region is facing traffic problems, it is facing flood problems, as we have seen in the last year that Delhi was flooded and was facing severe crisis of urban flood. So, cannot ISRO or any satellite help in these problems? And should the renaissance should not come in these fields? There is a upcoming renaissance, although because a European space agency have marked that we are piling up garbage in the space, but ISRO have taken a revolutionary step, marking that it will launch all debris free space missions by 2030, and this scenario will start by 2025 itself. But remember the question that I asked: ISRO must start solving the problems. The actual renaissance should start solving the problems of our daily lives itself. And as our scripts teaches us that we have always learned from new things, we have Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma mritam gamaya, which means from ignorance lead me to truth, from darkness lead me to light, and from death lead me to immortality. And with this desire, the renaissance of our ancient legacy will take us to the brightest corner of astronomical studies for the betterment of the citizens of not only the country but of the whole world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Priya. That was such a wonderful exploration of such a topic जो कि हमें बहुत ज़्यादा intriguing लगता है, but often we don't know much things about it. But I think जो आपका interpretation था, it brought up a lot of things जो कि we need to think of कि क्या जो ये science जो हम आज पढ़ रहे हैं, is it like can it be just isolated या फिर is there any historical evidence that is attached to it? So your talk definitely provided us with that outlook कि uh, uh, and science and traditions, the Indian classical knowledge and the traditions, they both combine to give us this understanding of space. So that was an amazing talk, Miss Priya. Now we have a few questions that have been posted by a few of our listeners, so we would like you to address a few queries. Um, so, the first question is asking that it's by Mr. Shailendra, and he is asking that what are the ethical considerations and potential risks associated with space exploration and technology development? Do I need to repeat the question?
Ma'am,
Priya,
I think Priya, kindly you switch off your camera and try to speak out because I think some network problem is from your side.
uh, Priya, are you there? Should I repeat the question again? Or you can try reconnecting us, just leave the call once and you can try rejoining again.
Samriddhi, in between you, yeah, Priya is now here. Yeah, go ahead, Priya.
uh,
Priya, can you hear me?
yes, ma'am. So, as I mentioned in between my conversation, that there is something very negative coming with space exploration, and that is weaponization of space. And I think it might be the ethical consideration when we talk about exploring space. Furthermore, the second thing that can be included in this is that as ISRO is doing a lot of spin offs over the period of time. But the thing here, negative coming or an ethical consideration here can be that much of the private organizations are using that data for their own benefits, and being a public organization, ISRO is searching for the space, exploring the cosmos for the benefit of the citizens. However, with the spin-offs that ISRO is doing over the past few years, is something that is questionable, and hence it must be questioned on ethical basis.
Right, that's a very well framed answer. We have one another question by another of our people in our audience, and it's by Mr. Saurabh Singh, and he is asking that do you see a more involvement of private sector in space launch in India, and ISRO focusing more on critical research? So if your answer is yes, how do you see this folding out in India, the involvement of private sector in space launch?
At world level, it is very famous. The SpaceX is very famous, being a private organization. But on India level, I'm not sure of any company, but there are private organizations that are getting into space exploration. And although these private establishments are doing great in space exploration, but it is the critical research that ISRO is doing. For example, ISRO have harnessed a lot of information from the southern lunar orbit with the help of Chandrayaan 3, and ISRO have developed connections with other countries with the help of the data that was collected with the help of Chandrayaan 3, because none of the country was aware of the minerals and all the phenomena that are occurring in the southern orbit. And this is what helps the country in because space exploration is much more than we think. It is linked to much of the part, and this is something that is that cannot be achieved by private organizations themselves. And for this, a solution can be that ISRO and the private organizations should collaborate with each other with the help of spin offs.
Right, very well answered again. There is a need to have a critical look at it. Then you have perfectly answered and very framed it very well. We'll take one last question because of the time. We have the time constraint, so we'll address one more question. And the question is: with nearly every major country trying to conquer space, do you feel that there is a need for a renewed and stricter global space governance frameline?
Yes,
Yes.
there is definitely a need for stricter governance at international level, because as I mentioned, that weaponization of space is occurring, and countries like China and USA have already initiated it. So there must be laws regarding that, because space weaponization occurs in two-way thing, that either the war will be waged into the space, or missiles are launched against the satellites from the land itself. So if any country, any other country is trying to destroy the satellites of any developing country, or I would say even developed country as well, this is something that is against the humanity, because this will deteriorate the resources. This will also challenge global issues at the world level. This will deteriorate the international relations, and hence there is need to have good governance so as to uplift the condition.
Right, that definitely means that exploring these territories, should not come at the cost of, risking the lives of people on Earth. So that was a very well, presented and, responded Q&A session with you, Miss Priya, and it was a wonderful talk listening to you. We have this one last question that we ask to all our speakers. So, which is, how has your experience been with the platform? Please tell us about your journey with the platform with GSTS.
Ma'am, it was really a great experience. Like when I applied for the talk, I was not sure whether I should apply it or not. So for that, I would like to thank Nutan ma'am, Krishna ma'am, Rini ma'am, so as for uh, letting me into this. Furthermore, then I'd like to thank Manish sir and Samriddhi ma'am, Saurav sir, for always supporting me, because I think much of the people have joined from Kalindi College, and they might not know that before this talk we have several sessions whereby you people tell us how to present. We had three sessions, and sir also missed the World Cup because of me. So it was a very great experience. I have learned a lot from here, how to present and how to speak without hesitation. So this is something that I have learned from here. Thank you, GSTS team, for this.
Thank you so much, Priya. And it was a delight for all of us to have you again on the platform. And we would like to hear you again to come back on our platform with your more nuanced research on the same topic, maybe, or maybe any other topic of your interest. So, good luck for all your future endeavors. And we'll now move on to the further proceedings, where I would now like to invite our honorable guest of honor, Neetu ma'am, to come up with her insights, suggestions, and her remarks on Priya's talk, along with some of her insights on the platform itself. So, Neetu ma'am, the stage is yours now.
Yeah, thank you so much. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Priya for this wonderful presentation. It was very insightful for me also, as I myself never connected science with astronomy, and today I saw how this astronomy can be related with our daily lives, environment. I mean, lots of in today's time we are facing lots of problems, and you try to connect all those with the astronomy, that too very easily. And with this, yes, and all the dimensions of research, I can see that all the dimension of research has also been taken care, and you have also included the ethical part of doing these astronomical experiments and all. And with this, Yeah, all the best, Priya, for your further journey. And I would like to congratulate GS team and Manish sir for this milestone. Yeah, thank you.
No, Nito, one question from my side. What you are doing right now?
No, sir, I'm just sitting.
No, 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 no. What you are doing? I'm not right now. You're my guest of honor. I'm not your teacher. What you are actually doing in Udaipur? So
Yes,
give us some idea.
yeah. Actually, right now I am working as a program associate in Natural Resource Development Unit.
Nito, little bit explain. I think you are hurried to have some snacks, huh? So little bit explain what you are doing actually.
In my unit, basically, there are a few dimensions of natural resource development, like watershed development. In this, we do few activities which helps us in the water conservation. Like right now, I am in Rajasthan, Udaipur. That too, I am posted in a block called Kotada. So, if you guys will search and see the history of Kotada, so it has faced lots of droughts. So watershed and these kind of activities becomes very important there. Then comes solid soil water conservation. uh, yeah, then with this toilet and sanitation, we provide the drinking water system within the village and wherever it is needed. um, and then there is one aspect that is livelihood and empowerment. So in livelihood, we are working on the promotion of natural resource farming. Like in this belt, in Kotada block, it is the border of Gujarat. So few years back, in Gujarat, in the big amount, cot- cotton crop was growing up, so that influence is coming in this block also. And we can see that in majority of the parts in this season, kharif season, in majority of the part people grows bt cotton, and that is deteriorating their land too much. So we are trying to conduct few sessions and give them this information that how this that activity is harming their land. And this natural farming practices can, I mean, can, in if they are practicing natural farming, then it is benefiting their land also, as well as the market value of their product is also high. And with this is the work with which I am directly connecting. Other than this, our major focus is on the sustainability, because it is not like if we are building any drinking water system, then we build and it will be like it will go. Firstly, we try to make a village group, which we call the Gram Vikas Committee. So this when we build this drinking water system, so it costs certain amount. So we tell them that out of this amount, 10% you all will have to contribute in a group, and that contribution goes to that Gram Vikas Committee account, so that in future any kind of repair and anything it needs. Otherwise, because when we are doing any activity in group, then we should make sure that in future if something will happen, everyone will think that why should I only contribute, it is everyone's. So with that perspective, we try to keep some fund in their village accounts. Other then comes this women empowerment ka role, where we do the campaigns, and with that we make the SHG group. Every SHG group concludes from 12 to 15 women, and we tell them the benefits of saving. It starts with that. And it is like with this meeting, they all will be connecting in every month or in every week. All women will be meeting, they can discuss their things. And
Okay, Nito, thank you, thank you. I'm not taking your energy. You are doing very good work. So, what's your journey from as a speaker to guest of honor? Say a few lines, and after that, Samidhi, you take over. Yeah, Nito.
Yes, sir. I am feeling very proud one of my friend that how this journey started. Like first time when I came to Shyam Lal College, I was very naive. I have just passed out from my school, and then from there. When first time I had a talk with you regarding the talk session, I had doubt that will I be able to do this, and that time I was truly speaking. That time I was facing lots of problems with my language issue also, so I was very afraid. I was like, I can prepare the content, I don't know how I will be able to present it in English or not. But then I presented, and after that my confidence boosted, and after that I tried to present during my college also. And when I am working here, I always try to lead and present myself and improve. And today I mean today when afternoon we were talking, I really could feel that difference. I was telling my friend also that today I was feeling very proud. Like uh, in this 1.5 year, mm, I can change the difference. Yeah, I'm feeling very proud. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Neetu ma'am. It was wonderful to have you back again on the platform, and it gives us so much of delight to see कि हमारे जो past speakers हैं, they are doing such great works, as a part of their further experiences. So it was wonderful to have you here today, and thank you so much on behalf of the entire GSTS fraternity to spare some of your most precious moments with us. With this being said, we'll now move ahead to the further section of today's event, where now I would like to invite the speaker of the upcoming Sunday, Mr. Amit Maurya, to please come up and introduce his topic. To introduce his topic, which is centered around refugee crisis. So, Mr. Amit, if you are here, kindly introduce uh, all of us with your topic for the next Sunday.
Hello, am I audible? Should I
Yes,
start?
please go ahead.
So, good evening, everyone. I'm Amit Maurya, and I'm graduate from Satyavati College, and in future I'm going to pursue MA in Political Science. This is my first research paper, which I will present in coming Sunday. So, basically, as a political science is a master science which should be learned by masters, which was prominently said by the our philosopher, that is Aristotle. One can never be apolitical. Either he is in favor of politics or he is against politics. This tells us that scope of impact of the political decisions or actions is much wider as we will think. As a master science, I choose a topic that is refugee crisis, impact on vulnerable section, and that is children and women amid Russia-Ukraine war. So my objective to the talk would be to grab the attention of the political leaders and masses to the outcome of the conflict which natives of their respective countries faces and is visible in international sphere. And one such outcome is refugee crisis. So, secondly, I will ponder upon the related terminologies uh, with this topic, like asylum seeker, illegal migrants, what the problem issues they are facing with the conflict, and further on, and establish the argument why should representatives need to pay attention to this crisis. Thirdly, I would highlight the achievement of the multilateralism, that is United Nations, on this and present facts to convince the audience and need to address this issue, followed by remedies and approach to resolve the crisis, with taking broader steps, not only to resolve crisis, but to mitigate, and what approach we should take to mitigate the conflict as well. So all in all, I would make this topic interesting by presenting you facts and the picture and the relevant information, and putting humanity above all, taking cognizance of the constitutionalism. I'm excited to share this learning space with all of you. I look forward to see you next Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amit, for that very brief yet very impactful introduction to your topic for the upcoming Sunday. And we also are eagerly looking forward to hear, your ideas and your insights on this very interesting and very nuanced topic. So I would like to request each one of you present here with us today to kindly spare again 1 hour from your Sunday, where we shall be completing another milestone of our platform, which is 175th, session of GSTS. So with that being said, we have now reached to the conclusion of today's session, and therefore I would now like to hand over the stage to Dr. Manish Karwar. So, sir, over to you.
Samriddhi, it's really a fantastic 1 hour. It's a roller coaster journey for everyone. Every Sunday, 5 to 6, it's a really roller coaster. But one advice to Amit Malviya, that Maurya, because these days Amit Malviya is very fascinating name in the BJP circuit because he's in charge of uh, IT in charge. So um, Maurya, kindly you look into the Rwanda asylum seekers plan also while you working on. So must go for the Rwanda plan, and the Britain just draft a Rwanda plan. What is that Rwanda plan? Because I'm teaching all these things, so kindly go through it. Okay. Apart from this, Samriddhi, as usual, you're fantastic. How you moderate the session every time. It's a really joyful for everyone. And the star of the day, that means the Priya Sama. When we first met on Thursday, it was disaster. We next met on Saturday. It again a disaster. So, but I somehow I thought she will be on track because that 10 minutes, the first interaction with us in 10 minutes, she gave us some idea, and I do understand she has mettle to discuss all the things because I don't know why she has like pushed back herself behind the wall because she has so many ideas. But when I in the morning today morning we had a discussion and we wrap up the session, and the morning we thought okay, it's going to be a very fantastic session. And really Priya, it's so in cricket, until the last ball, you do not say anything. So I feel, and I also accept this thing. Until the your session is not over, you're not determined that you are the fantastic or superb fantastic. So, Priya, thank you very much giving a aspect of your this journey. And again, you continue this research because what is the research that you continue, and every time you give us a new idea on the same topic. It's not research that every time you come and collect some data and give us a different idea of the different topic. Research is what that you stick on one or two topics and you further research on this for every student, those who are right now from graduation or post-graduation, MPhil or PhD. So this is a wonderful, Priya, having you and your friends also hearing me, and you also. So they are also astonished. And how come Priya Sharma could give this kind of talk, because in the class he never spoke like this, like that. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. But these are the thoughts. So those students, those friends of Priya is here. You all are welcome, and we'll give you chance. We are not that I'll give you chance. This is a forum for my students, and you all are welcome to give your talk. And let's see what you are going to perform. So Priya, I'm not going to comment on your satellite and etc. because you have done wonderfully, and Neetu also, because yes, and the guest of honor, my guest of honor is also a very wonderful person. Today afternoon we had a 2 hour discussion, not about the how you speak in the guest of honor, but about her topic. What she is doing right now is a very remote area in Gujarat and Rajasthan border, and she's working for MA NGO after doing MA up from IIT Guwahati. So she's a very promising student from Shyam Lal Evening College. So, and the Priya's topic, the how we change, how we get change in those lives, like ST, SCs and tribals life. So this is very amicable. Why not we think like this, that the fertility, the groundwater level, so we can, and every every time if we see poverty, etc., etc. So rather than going to the Chand, going to the moon as a tourist, we go, we dip deep to the earth and find out something new for our generation, our people, for us, for people are those who are struggling for two-time food. So my perception is good. Going sky is fantastic, but the same wavelength we go and search our Mother Earth to find out livelihood also. So thank you, Priya. Thank you, Amit. Thank you all, and the Kalindi College teachers and other my fellow faculty members from Shyam Lal Evening College and different colleges, and Dr. Rini, Dr. Krishna, Dr. Nutan. They taught you in this college, and they are my good acquaintance, some of my seniors, some of my friends. So really, it's a fantastic to hear you, and so it's time to wrap up because we are 60 seconds late. So thank you very much, my graduate, postgraduate, MPhil and PhD students for having me and give you 60 minutes time. But it's here. It gives you a very good idea how to talk, how to manage online, and how to research. Because Priya Sharma research on the line of Ravish Kumar, because Ravish Kumar never researched himself and he took some newspaper from here and there. So fantastic, Priya, to initiate your idea through. So watch TV, watch good newspaper, read good newspaper, watch good channel to progress, and other leave for the super seniors. This is time to research and time to dig out some truth behind everything. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Take care. So should I leave, Samriddhi? Samriddhi is here. Yes. So okay, it's fine. Generally, I ask my president to leave, but right now my president is not here. My college president not here, so I can ask Akriti, can we leave? Teacher से पूछता हूँ, Akriti and Rakesh, can we leave?
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.